Before we jump into today's math problem, let's do a little stretching by rolling your head around in gentle circles. Let's circle our shoulders, and then let's twist a little by turning our torso to the right. And then same thing over to the left. And feel free to roll out any other parts of your body that may be feeling a little tight. Good job. This multiple choice problem comes from the College Board from section 3 of the SAT test, which does not allow calculators. And the question asks, which of the following is equivalent to the expression shown above? So have a look at this and take a minute to see what you can do. It's okay if you're not sure how to approach the problem. You can even just take a guess. And then we'll take a look at it together. So I'm going to show you two strategies for solving this problem somewhat quickly. The first entails looking at the answer choices. So the theme here is squares, and that may jog your memory when you look at the expression that we started with. And specifically, you may remember that x plus y squared equals what? It's x squared plus 2 times the product, which is xy, plus y squared. So that's the pattern we want to have in mind. And you can always FOIL x plus y squared to get this expression if you didn't remember it. But now let's ask ourselves, if the theme here is squaring, 9a to the 4th power is what value squared? Well, that's 3a squared to the 2nd power, right? Because 3a squared times 3a squared is 9a to the 4th power. Okay, now let's look at the last term. 4b to the 4th power is what term squared? Well, that's going to be 2b to the 2nd squared, because 2b squared times 2b squared is 4b to the 4th. And what do you know? If you look at the middle term, this in fact is double 3a squared times 2b squared. So 3 times 2 is 6, doubled would be 12, and then I have my a squared and b squared. So look at our choices. Which choice has the 3a squared term and the 2b squared term added together and squared? Yep, you're right. That is answer A. And if you wanted to be sure about it, you could always multiply all of this out and see if it gives you that expression. just by foiling it. So that's one way to do it, using this whole theme of squares. Now I'm going to show you a second strategy, and it entails looking closely at the first term and asking ourselves, if we look around at the choices, which of those is going to give me 9a to the fourth power when I multiply it out? So let's look at this first choice, 3a squared plus 2b squared. All of that squared is just going to be the expression multiplied by itself. And the a term is going to be 3a squared times 3a squared, which is 9a to the fourth. That looks pretty good. So a looks like a contender, right? The a term I get when I multiply that expression out is 9a to the fourth, which matches 9a to the fourth. Okay, let's look at the other squared example, which is 9a squared plus 4b squared times itself. I'll write it out so that we can see it visually. Okay, now the a term I get here is going to be a to the fourth, but it's going to be 9 times 9, which is 81. So that's too big. So I'm going to rule out C. Okay, do you guys see what I'm doing? I'm just looking at the a term for each of these expressions. Okay, so let's now try the expressions that are to the fourth power. So let's try B. Is 3a plus 2b to the fourth power. So I'm going to have 3a plus 2b, 3a plus 2b, and 3a plus 2b, right? That's what it would look like. So if I multiply my a terms here, I would have 9a squared, and then I would have, the rest of the expression. If I multiplied now these two together, I would also have 9a squared and the rest of the expression. And then when I multiply these out, I would have 81a to the fourth. So I know that's too big because what I'm looking for is 9a to the fourth. So I'm going to eliminate B. And that is D. And this is going longer because I'm writing it all out. You might be able to do this in your head. I'm writing it out so that you'll see what I'm thinking as I'm explaining it. Sorry, we eliminated B. Now let's look at D. And that likewise is 9a plus 4b to the fourth. So that means I'm going to multiply it by itself 4 times. One more. And you can see that if I multiply these two together, the a term is going to be 81a squared, and there's going to be the rest of that expression. And if I multiply these two together, the a term is going to be 81a squared, and there's going to be other terms in the expression. And then if I multiply those two together, I'll have an a to the fourth expression, but the coefficient is going to be way too big. It's going to be much bigger than the 9. So I know I can eliminate D. So this confirms that the answer, in fact, is A. The second strategy, I think, is faster. It's just literally focusing in on the A term, and you can see pretty quickly that only one of them would give me the 9a to the fourth power. I hope you enjoyed seeing that strategy. If you have any questions or if you have any suggestions or requests, please leave them in the comments below. Let me know what you think. And I enjoyed working together. Feel free to subscribe to this channel, in which case you'd be notified of new videos as they get posted. And I look forward to working with you next time.